I'm like, yeah, I just had a debate with some guy here about there being no demons. Okay, where can we go with this one? What information do I have on this? Well, see, there's a lot of stuff that they're starting to find out. We knew about stuff like this back in the 70s. Kirlian photography, spirit photography. They call it spirit photography. And that shit got shoved right under the table real quick and tried to debunk it. But now you can get, now with these digital cameras, you can pick up more than with the analogs. I mean, digital cameras are picking up a lot of stuff that is unexplainable. Number one. Number two, if you don't believe in the spirit realm, you're hollow. You're hollow. Because that believes you don't believe you have a spirit. Okay? Now, if you don't believe you have a spirit, you're just a freaking machine. You know, you're a car. You're a human car or a human bus or a human whatever. You're a robot. And you're easily programmable because you have no defenses up here against it. Okay, I can speak in a secular sense that even when I was an agnostic, I still believed in God. I believed in angels. I believe, and I've had manifestations in front of me, man. And it's totally, completely sober. Okay, you know, everyone talks about, oh, you got a third eye, and you get to no. Well, your pineal gland does have a lot to do with a lot of stuff. Your spiritual awareness. That's what I understand about the pineal gland. It also does a lot of other things in your body that are healthy for you. But this guy, he dropped out of college, right? Now this guy already owes money. He's already. I guarantee you, even if you drop out of college, you still got to pay those fucking loans back, man. You know. And then he gave me this big spiel about how he did all this and he did all that and he did all this, and yet I told him he looked like a barista. He said, "Why you want to insult baristas?" Lol. So in other words, you're insulting yourself by saying that you being a barista is an insult to baristas. And then you give me this whole spiel of what you did for yourself. Dude, I make fun of myself because I'm handicapped. Okay? If I don't make fun of myself, I'm going to go fucking bonkers. All right? I know it. I'm used to walking on two legs. I'm used to being a healthy man. I mean, I'm 65 and still have a fucking six pack. I got fucking guns on me still, man. They're smaller than they used to be, but I can roll a ball under my arm. I can roll a ball up here, man. Still to this day, I have a big fucking chest. I'm used to being physical, man. The damage I did to my body and the environment don't just made it so this happened. Yes, I blame the environment too because we're being poisoned in the air and in the fucking microwaves and the fucking cars. They're all poisoning us. Our food is poisoning us. And it goes right back to the hippie generation. It's the establishment doing it because they want to maintain control. Sick people have to go to the doctor all the time. The doctors linked to the pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical companies are making hundreds of billions of dollars a year off people being sick. Okay, now the guy went for a psychology degree, so I brought up Carl Jung. Carl Jung embraced the spiritual aspect of the psyche. He embraced the spirituality. So without spirituality, we'll go insane. Basically, one of his tenets. He also did a lot of dream work, as far as I understand. And he broke from Freud because Freud was a sexual deviant, man. Freud was brilliant in some areas, and then just went off the cliff. He probably went too far to the left. He became a neo-progressive or a neoliberal. You know, and this guy's a Gen Zer, man. Your generation is soft. You're soft, man. You're Twinkies, man. Soft on the outside, soft on the inside, and full of shit we don't need, man. Your generation is what's coming up with this bisexual, transsexual, all this. Your generation is what's pushing this shit, man. It's actually being pushed from the top, and you're just a fucking sheep. You're a useful idiot, a tool of the establishment. Yeah, I went to college, man. I went to college. I got 189 fucking units with a 3.89 grade point average from the street, being homeless. Or 2.89. 2.89. That's a solid. That's a fucking B minus to a B. If I'd have taken it, if I'd have known when I went into college, but I found out as I progressed in my college career, I should say, because I went to a junior college, and that becomes a career a little bit. You got to spend a little bit more time because you're going part time. You're not going to full. You're not taking. You're not taking a full load. I was taking 1 to 2 classes a semester. And then SMC bulked it up, so you have to take 2 classes to be part time. So I could no longer. I was already taking 2 to 3 classes a semester. I was taking art classes. I was taking Japanese, and I was taking art history. I was taking classes. I was taking about 2 or 3 classes a semester, and I still had a 2.89 grade point average. Being homeless, I got a fucking A in Japanese in the first semester. Second semester, I D'd out because I didn't have nobody to study the vocabulary with. No one would study with a homeless guy. And I wasn't a stinky homeless guy. I took a shower every day. I washed my clothes once a week. I had a job which could afford me to do that. Plus my grants and stuff came in, and I would wash. I pretty much if I was able to do on the street in the apartment, I would be sitting in Section 8. It wasn't until I lost my leg that I lost all my drive. Now I have to dig it back up again at 65. Even AA, body, mind, and spirit. Okay, your body's made up of those 3 elements, man. You have a body, you have a mind, and you have a spirit. You have a body, you have a soul, and you have a spirit. Soul is your mind and your emotions. This generation's lost, man. Gen Z is fucking lost, dude. When they talk, it's like a shotgun scatter, man. It's like a shotgun, man. I call it word salad psychobabble, man. The pseudo intellectuals, man. I'm a self-taught individual. I taught myself to teach myself. And I have a very high IQ because I can learn and retain shit. I got an old man brain going on right now, 65. My brain's slowing the fuck down. But when I was that kid's age, whoever it was I was talking to, I was sharp as a tack, dude. I boast of 140 IQ, and that's military measured. Going on, getting out of the Marine Corps, they measured my IQ. And you can boost your IQ by learning how to learn more and retain more. That boosts your IQ. Your intelligence quotient is what you learn and how much you retain. How fast you learn and how much you retain. It's not what you know, it's how you know it. You want treats, Poppy? You want to be on TV? Poppy wants to be on TV. Poppy wants to be on TV. There she is. There's my Poppy. That's the Poppy-Doppel. It's the prehistoric kitty. Poppy-Doppel is a kitty kiss. It's turning into the freaking Poppyzilla. You're turning it back up, Poppy, back up. Sit. 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 Give me a fist bump. Come on, give me a fist bump. Give me a fist bump. Good girl. Everyone says cats can't be trained. I guarantee you, in the time we're spending together, I'm going to teach her how to be a guard cat. She's a little bit of a sissy right now. I'm going to get some gloves and play with her a little bit. I stopped her from scratching me because I'm on antidepressant. I'm not on fucking psych meds. I've been taking a psych med since the '90s, man. They put me on Prozac, and I fucking almost lost my fucking mind because I couldn't feel anything. No, I'm on blood thinners, so she just scratched me a little bit right there. That's just a little scratch right there. Okay, that's a bump on the wall. Okay, and it's taking a long time to heal because I'm on blood thinners, man. My blood doesn't coagulate right. Doesn't coagulate. It does, but it takes a long time. But this guy's like, you believe in demons? Yeah, I believe in demons. I believe in angels too, man. I believe in good and evil. I believe in God and the devil, man. I've been believing that since I was a little kid, man. I was brought up Catholic. I went through all the catechisms, man. Baptism, communion, uh, what is it, confirmation. Yeah, I was confirmed, man. I mean, confirmed. That's confirmation of your faith. I confirm my faith every day now. See, the problem with that kid, he's got no faith. You know, oh, I got faith in myself. Yeah, well, do you make mistakes? No. Well, then you ain't got faith in yourself. How can you say that? If you have faith in yourself, you know you make mistakes. That's why you have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself that you don't make the mistakes. This generation is lost, man. And Gen Alpha, man, from what I understand, that I guarantee you, that's the last generation right there. When they grow up, it's over. It's over. They're going to be the most indoctrinated generation that's coming out in my lifetime. I mean, Gen Z is out of shape. They're mentally fucking confused. Okay, they're narcissistic and they're soft. I put it like this: these people look in the mirror and they feel they look in the mirror and they become see, I got the old man fart brain going. I just had a brain fart. They look in the mirror, they get offended by what they see, and then they walk out and take it out on the world. Seriously, man. Seriously. That's what happens. All that offense that you're feeling for other people about the world around you, it comes because you're offended by something inside of you, and you're projecting it out in the world. You know, and what's going to happen is the boomers and Gen X are going to stand up, and we outnumber you motherfuckers, man. The people with common sense in this country, we got you by at least 100,000 to 1. Easy, easy. Now, I'm gonna throw this off the political table right now. I'm talking about people with common sense. I'm talking about people with common sense. I don't care who the fuck you voted for. If you're sitting out there and think there's no demons, that the spirit realm don't exist, God don't exist, there's a problem right there because this is a God-fearing nation, man. Our our whole legal system is built on Christian fundamentals, on Christian values, man. Not fundamentals, Christian values and principles. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit murder, thou shalt not go after your old lady, your buddy's old lady. You shouldn't want everything someone else has. You should go for what you want yourself. All that's wrapped up in the fucking laws we have. That's why they're trying to pull these laws off the shelf. They're trying to do away with the Constitution, which is basically a Christian principled document. It gives you free will. It gives you rights. Those rights don't come from the freaking government. They come from the Creator. They come from God. They come from the spirit realm. Read the Bill of Rights and see how many rights you fucking have, man, that the government cannot take away. And you idiots, that you're getting so offended, you want the government to take freedom of speech away because you're offended because someone uses the N-word that you use all the fucking time around each other. You want to own a derogatory term? You want to own a derogatory term? Think about that long and hard. You want to own a derogatory term. Oh, just take the sting out of it. Why are you so offended when someone else sees it, says it? You know, and that's why a lot of people are, I mean, I guarantee in 2024, all this woke crap is gonna be brushed under the fucking out of the fucking house, man. We're gonna clean house in this next couple of years, man. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in office because the people are fed up with it, man. The vast majority of us are fed up with you Twinkie ass little kids, man. 30-year-old fucking child still living at home with mommy playing fucking video games. Come on, man. There's video games is a pastime. You're supposed to go out and work and then come home and play your video games. Well, I do it for work. Oh, yeah, okay. Then you're helping other people be lazy. That's real good work. Instead of getting out there and building something, build a house, build a career, build a family, build a fucking car, man. Build an airplane. I used to work in the aircraft industry. I love building things, man. I love building things, dude. I mean, Gen Z is so fucking confused. They couldn't find their asshole in the dark with both hands in a fucking flashlight, man. Seriously. And you're so gullible, man. You believe everything you fucking hear, man, instead of going and digging and doing some research on it. If that boy that that I went up against in the comments section ever did any type of real research, and I don't mean just listen to what other people say. I mean listen to what they say and then dig into what they say. That's called research. You validate what they say. That's why when you write a paper, you have a bibliography, man. When you write a term paper, you have a bibliography and you have the what do you call it at the bottom, other notes and that stuff at the bottom. I haven't wrote a term paper in like 20 years, so kind of forget that stuff. I'll probably pick it up if I started doing it again because I've already done it. Your generation can't change the oil in a car. You can't change a freaking tire. God forbid if a light bulb goes out in your fucking car, you have to take it into the shop. God forbid if the plumbing breaks down in your house, you call a fucking plumber because you can't do the shit yourself. Then you're wasting money on that when you can spend a lot less money by learning how to do it yourself, getting the parts and doing it yourself. What I see this generation is lazy, lost, too fucking sensitive. Y'all out of shape. 90% of, I'd say 50% of Gen Z is fat and overweight or on some kind of freaking drugs. Yeah, I smoke my little weed. I'm not going to lie. I've been smoking this shit since I was 14 years old. And I'm 65. So that's 51 years. I'm using it for pain management because I'm an amputee and I get phantom pains. I got a bad heart and it keeps me calm. I get I get headaches now because all the blood thinners I'm on, they make my blood too thin, man. Every time I bend over, I get dizzy. I never used to get like that. Even before I started taking all these blood thinners, I never got like that. You don't want to. You're narcissistic, man. You're so in love with yourself, you forget that the world doesn't revolve around you. And believe me, I've had Gen Z up here sleeping on my couch. I had one girl up here. She was making demands in my fucking apartment. I said, "Get the fuck out!" No, 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 no. I'm going, get the fuck out, man. You're not gonna come up here and make demands in my apartment. You know, you're taking advantage of my kindness. That's why you want DEI because you're lost. You're not good at any one thing. I got three fucking trades under my belt and a career and two career fucking college degrees, man. Career level, computer animation and graphic design, man. There's basically five things I can fall back on to make money if I have to. As if I live long enough. You know, nothing's promised to you people, man. And your parents are freaking helicopter parents. You guys are responsible for this shit. You know, I see a lot of videos of of parents kicking their kids out at 20, 25 years old. You can't stay here no more. But what am I supposed to do? Well, you got to go out and make your own way. The men that they're so weak that they shit. You know, seriously, I would pit Gen X and Boomers at our age against a lot of you Gen Zers, and I guarantee you, we wipe the floor with you, man. We will wipe the floor with you. Bunch of old people beating the shit out of you guys. And I don't promote violence. I don't. I'm just saying a hypothetical situation. If there was a combat situation where Gen Z went up against Boomers and Xers, we'd wipe the floor with your asses, man. We'd have you guys not knowing whether to shit or go blind, man. Because you're not tough. You talk out the side of your neck. I backed down one of them motherfuckers out there in a wheelchair, man. You can't start talking shit. I stood up and pulled my fucking knife and said, "Come on, let's go." Motherfucker threw his skateboard at me. He throws his weapon at me. I grabbed the weapon and handed my buddy. Said, "Here, you got a skateboard." Whoa! No, man, you threw it at me, motherfucker. This is street justice now. And you don't believe in demonic activity? If I came into your house and acted all nice and polite, and you know, I might be even helping you out around the house. Just have a place to stay, okay? Just have a place to stay. I might even do that. I might even go that far. Then all of a sudden, I start telling you, "Hey, I helped you do this. You can't kick me out because I helped you do this." Well, you Gen Z, man, you guys can't do the shit that I can do. Even one leg, I can go underneath that sink and I could probably replace that fucking that I need a new garbage disposal. This place will take 6 years to get it there because they're too busy fucking ripping off the fucking government. But I guarantee you, I can buy the part, I can find the part, buy the part, replace the part myself. I got enough tools here to do a lot of work around here. I put half of this stuff up right here. I just couldn't get anything else up because I'm in a fucking wheelchair. I couldn't get down to get underneath some of the stuff because I can't get on the floor because it's hard for me to get back up off the fucking floor. I need maintenance on this wheelchair. I'm about ready to do it myself. You see what I'm saying? Gen Z be running around looking for someone to repair and spending money on that shit. I don't even have to spend the money. I got the tools. I do it. But going back to my analogy, man, if I walked into your house and I all of a sudden I'm really nice to you, and all of a sudden I start slowly but surely turning the tables on your ass, slowly but surely, making you depend on me, I'm never gonna be able. You're never gonna be able to kick me out. That's what demons do, man. They come into your house, they set up shop, they act all nice, they give you nice ideas for a while, and all of a sudden they start twisting those ideas little by little. They start twisting those ideas. And in my Christian faith, they can't read your thoughts. Satan cannot read your thoughts. That's where the Catholic bullshit comes in. Demons cannot read. They can read your body language. They can put a thought in your head and watch how you react to it. That's why there's stuff in the Bible says, "Set your face like flint, man. Don't give away what you're feeling on the inside." That's reserved for closeness, for your family and your close friends. Anyone outside that circle, you don't give them any information, man. You can be friendly, you can be amicable, you can be nice, but you don't need to know my underwear fucking size. you know, you don't need to know how I'm feeling that day. Unless I sense that you're a nice person and you want to give me some advice, I might let slip some. You know, if demons don't exist, why are they looking for the God particle? Why do they name it the God particle? If demons don't exist, why are these guys whacking off their wieners and putting fake tits on and wanting to have babies? That's a mental illness. Yeah, well, before Freud and all that, they considered that demonic possession or not right in the head. Okay, well, back before Freud in the early 1900s, you didn't have a lot of people running around dressing up like women. You had men doing that shit. You had them doing it, but they weren't like they are now. And the greatest thing an enemy can do to you is convince you that he's not your enemy. Makes sense? Convince you that he don't exist, or point out someone else as the enemy. It wasn't me. It was him. I know prayer works. I got this apartment by prayer. I got my cat by prayer. I prayed, I prayed, and I prayed, and I couldn't adopt a cat. So suddenly an idea came in my head. Get a GoFundMe. You need the cat for emotional support. Get a GoFundMe and tell your story. you're a disabled veteran that wants a cat, want a Maine Coon. The Maine Coons are very intelligent and they're very amicable. That cat sleeps with me at night. She sleeps right at my fucking feet. Okay? When she's in heat, she's right in my face. I need that support because I'm missing a leg and it's affecting me. So I put a GoFundMe up, and I expected I was going to pay $2 grand for the pedigree cat, maybe whatever little money I had to ship it here, and then spend the rest of the little money I'd have left to buy stuff for the cat. Like I have bought like a year's supply of food. I bought the kitty litter is, you can't buy a year's supply. I ain't got enough room to store that stuff in there. But the cat food, I bought a year's supply of food. Okay. And, I bought stuff that she needed, the toys and all this stuff. That's what I was going to do. I was going to build from there. What happened was a veterans organization came in, built up my GoFundMe to $5 grand, bought the cat, and shipped it here from Minneapolis, from Minnesota. Oh, you're lucky. No, I prayed for this cat, man. I asked God for this cat, man. He gave it to me. I said, okay, here. Now you're going to have to learn that when you get something, you got to take care of it. And I take care of her. But I'm trying to figure out why she's chewing her tail up. I don't think she got fleas. If she does, because I put flea stuff on her and she still does it. So I read up on bored cats. Bored cats overgroom, and she's over grooming herself. If she's got fleas, I put flea stuff on her. I might have to get a collar. But I don't trust the chemicals they're putting in his shit nowadays. I'd rather have something natural they can put on her fur. Wet a towel or something. And and you saw she's trained. Give me a fist bump. I had to touch her a little bit. And I can tell when she's aggravated. She's aggravated because I'm not playing with her because I got a headache. So she just sits back there and be bored. I mean, she got toys all over the place. She can run around and expend all the energy she wants and never stop her. I stop her from clawing my couch, but I don't stop her from running around going crazy in here. As a matter of fact, I think it's hilarious, man. I do. Then I'll start throwing stuff and she'll start running into them and start playing. But my point is that demons exist, man. Do some research, dude. Not everything that's in the earthly realm is physical, man. You don't see air, yet you breathe it all the time. You don't see the atoms that your body's made up of. You can't see them on a daily basis, but you know they're there. You can't see a thought, but it's there. Can you see a thought? Or you can think of something where you can think of something and then. But you can't see it in the physical realm until you put your physical action into action to create what you're seeing in your head. I'm an artist. I know. Now, I feel sorry for Gen Z, man, because you guys are going to have a hard way to go. You are. Throw the politics off the table. In life, you're going to have a hard way to go, and you're already showing signs of it. You're already showing signs of it, man. You got people in your own sphere, your own age group that are telling you, hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? You got kids your age with common sense. They're saying, hey, this ain't right. And yet you're going to make fun of them and call them whatever, a phobe or a ism, whatever. It's everything you inside of you. You're projecting on everybody else on the outside. And frankly, other generations are really getting fucking tired of it, man. I think even the millennials are getting fed up with this shit, man. And they're the ones that have caused it. Even some of the Gen Xers that have millennial kids, man, they're part of the problem too, because they satellite parent their fucking kid too, because they were latchkey kids. They overcompensated. When I had kids, man, they got their butts whooped if they kept acting out, man. I'm not saying I strung over every time they did something wrong. I took them in the bedroom and beat them with a fucking whip. But there were degrees of the punishment. You get grounded, okay? You can't watch TV all day. Your toys will get taken away. You sit in the bed for a couple hours. You sit in the bedroom for a day or two. You come out to eat, shit, go to school, and that's it. You do your homework, get back in the bedroom. You don't get your toys. You got to think about what you did. If that don't work, you can get your ass whooped. I know a lot of people that talk about mama what. No, my daddy whooped my ass. I would rather have a spanking from my mom than a spanking from my dad. If my mom's discipline didn't work, my dad stepped in. And you got your butt whooped. Okay? My dad was a disciplinarian in my house, man, not my mom. That's why nobody can understand your generation, man. You're lost. You're fucking confused. You're fucked up. And now you got Creepy Joe up there wanting to put you guys into the draft. Oh, man. And they're trying to change the military so you're not going to have a chance on the combat field, man. They're going to send you to combat with no fucking training. You can go out there and worry about your fucking pronouns, and these motherfuckers will be shooting real bullets at your ass. I mean, there's memes out there about how the Chinese can defeat our army. They just start misgendering us. And everybody will pop up out of the foxhole and be shooting targets. Bring your politics back into it. I vote for Trump. I'm a liberal independent voter. A liberal, and to get it through your head, a liberal independent voter. I'm not a neo-liberal. I'm not a neo-progressive. I don't believe in that bullshit. If this little psych dude, this little whatever he was, whatever his little half a psych major guy, if I just lost my train of thought. So it happens when you get old, man. That's why I ramble. Because eventually that train of thought will come right back into my head. Like I said, I'm voting for Trump, man. Trump's gonna put all this shit to the back burner, man. He's gonna step on a lot of this DI bullshit. He's gonna take all the crap out of the fucking colleges so you get a real fucking education, man. So you're taught to question everything. You happy college students don't even question your fucking professors, man. If you do, they're the ones that do get kicked out of the class. I've seen this shit on fucking videos, man. I've talked to people on the streets. I talk to college students sometimes, man. The ones with common sense usually get kicked out of the fucking classes, man. They want to indoctrinate you. And it's working. It's working. Between your upbringing and your education, man, you're fucked. And you complain about the price. So you guys voted. Some of you guys voted for this shit, man. I'm not saying everybody voted. These people cheated to get in office, but the people that did vote for them, they gave them that base to work off of. You guys are responsible for it, man. And going back to my point, I'm a liberal independent voter. I don't believe in a left right paradigm bullshit, anyways, man. That little psych failure kid should look at the Overton window. If you took psychology and sociology, they had to have mentioned the Overton window. Going to Carl Jung's teachings, man. Stay away from B.F. Skinner, man. Going to Carl Jung's work, man. As a matter of fact, the first book, big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, had a preamble by Carl Jung, 1935. They took that preamble out because a psychologist was endorsing spirituality. World famous psychiatrist endorsing spirituality. Carl Jung didn't believe in giving you fucking drugs, man. He knew they were necessary in some instances, but most of the time he get you into your head and then you start breaking apart where you're at. Say this will cause this will cause this will cause this will cause this. Your generation is broken, dude. I don't even get his name. I can probably pull his name up. I like to do that in front of people. I'll do shit. I'll do fucking research right in front of you. Google's not the best tool in the world, and all these fucking all these search engines are proven to be biased. They're taking information out of the in computer and calling it disinformation, which is a violation of First Amendment. But yeah, you're lost, buddy. Have fun with your life, dude. So I had a feeling you're gonna eventually. Everybody that says they don't believe in God, eventually something happens and they call on God. We have a saying in the military: "There's no atheists in a foxhole, man. There's no atheists in a foxhole. There's no agnostics in a foxhole." Believe me, you're praying to God when you're in there and the bullets are flying, man. You're playing to Daddy, man. You, Daddy, help me. Daddy, get me out of this situation. You know how many times I've prayed that on the street and I've had shit happen that was beneficial to me? That my whole Christian testimony is a testimony of God, man. I've been dead twice already, man. Why am I still alive? Because God wants me alive. I got work to do. Hey, look, son, you got work to do. What that work is, I don't know. I'm still oblivious to it. Maybe this is my work. I don't fucking know. I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Artists have a way of swaying people, man. My first art professor told me art is meant to make a emotional statement. It's meant to make you feel something. Art, the arts, music, art, sculpting, uh, acting, writing is all meant to make you feel something. Okay, good or bad. It's meant to it's meant to stir up an emotion. I'm the guy that creates the boxes and the bubbles and the frames your mind sit in, man. I'm one of those people that can do that. I have a talent for it. I have an innate talent for it. I've been doing this shit since I was knee high to a fucking grasshopper. Sculpting with clay, man. Drawing. Okay, I have an innate talent for it. I was born like this. I wasn't born to be with a guy. I was born as an artist. Man, that's like homosexuality. They tried to say this shit was in your genetics in the 90s, and you don't hear about that shit too much anymore, do you? Because they proved the fucking shit wrong, man. All this shit you're hearing in fucking college, half the shit psychobabble, man. Word salad psychobabble. You got a bunch of pseudo intellectuals up there sitting on their laurels. I'm a college professor. No, you're a fucking moron, man. I don't respect professors, man. I was raised to respect teachers, and I had teachers I respected. But these teachers nowadays, I put my foot square in the keister, man. I would. I put my stump right up your hole. Because you're fucking nothing but a bunch of insane idiots, man. And you're damaging a fucking generation of people, man. You're damaging a generation of kids. Because you're so full of yourself and you can't feel, there's nothing else for you left for you to learn because you're too full of yourself. I said this in one of my other videos. What was that Jackie Chan movie? Jackie Chan and Jet Li, and the kid went back to the era and he met Jackie Chan and he wanted to teach him kung fu. And the kid kept and Jackie said, "Here, let me make you some tea." Held the cup up, and the kid's rambling and rambling and rambling. And Jackie Chan keeps filling the cup, filling the cup, filling the cup. I'm soon the cup's filling. Whoa, what are you doing? I go, you're like that cup. You're too full. You can't get any more information. Empty yourself. Empty yourself. I've achieved a lot in my lifetime, man. I'm proud of somebody. I went to college when I was homeless. College when I was homeless. I got the transcripts right in this drawer. I got all my Marine Corps records over here in my bookshelf over there. Stack of records that thick. When I was in the Marine Corps, my transcripts are about that thick. 10 years of college and junior college. 2.89 grade point average when I was homeless. I'm proud of that, man. God gave me that strength. So I give it all to him, man. He's the one that helped me do it. I just did the footwork. He just guided my feet. That's why your generation is lost. You have no spirit concept of spirituality, man. None. Half of you are atheists. That's why you're so easily led by the nose, because you have no principles. You have no moral compass. Some of you don't even have a fucking compass, man. You guys are lost without a compass in the fucking forest. Some of you guys are in the desert. You're drowning. You're um, dehydrating. You're starving. You don't even know it. You're starving spiritually. And that creates a lot of crap up here. Look at Carl Jung's work, man. Look at Carl Jung's work. Body, mind, and spirit, man. If one of those three goes, you're going to have a problem up here, man. Mine, it was my leg, man. My body. My body. I have a problem up here because of that. I have to self-correct. I have to plug into the power, man. I have to ask Daddy for advice. And he sends his flock down here, his angels, man. They surround us down here. Demons too, man. It's just like that old cartoon. You got the angel and the demon sitting on each shoulder. That's exactly what life is like, man. They showed it to you in a cartoon. You can go through any spiritual thing in there, and they're going to say, yeah, good and evil. Good is going to go after you, and evil is going to go after you. Evil wants to destroy you. Good wants to help you. Your generation lacks discipline. You lack humility. Okay, you lack any type of physical fucking fitness. And, oh, I work out. You this is physical fitness when you don't take care of your fucking brain. You don't take care of your mental health. That hinders your physical fitness. It hinders it. It's a symbiotic relationship, mind, body, and spirit. It's a symbiotic relationship. They work together to make you healthy. When you deny the spirit, you get unhealthy. That's why I lost my leg. I smoked too much. Plus the environment. I'm not going to rule out the environment, man. I lived on the street for 11 and a half years. I was breathing more carbon monoxide than Carter had little liver pills. I used to sleep behind the parking lot. I've slept in some crazy ass places, man, that aren't very healthy when you're breathing some of this shit in. That coupled with the smoking lost my leg. Now I have another environmental issue in here in my fucking apartment. I just had a bunch of heart attacks. I never had a heart. I had blood clots, but I was out there working them off, man. I watched my diet. I took my medication. I was working them off. Then I have a heart attack. I have an athlete's heart, man. One of my chambers is bigger than the other because I'm an athlete. I guess that's with a lot of athletes. We have one chamber bigger than the other because that's the one that pumps the blood when you're running, man. And the other one receives the blood. The one that's pumping out is where all the blood's going and expanding that chamber. The one that's receiving the blood isn't as big because all the blood's being pumped through your body real quick. So it's going to go fill one chamber more than the other. That's the way it was explained to me by a doctor. I believe the word is autodidactic, self-taught. Oh, look it up. I think it's autodidactic. Term for self-taught. Autodidact. Autodidact. I'm an autodidact. I'm a self-taught individual. I can go over here. I might even do that right now. I might even pull a piece of artwork out. I mean, I can't pull one out because I got a dude over there, but I'm not gonna pull that one out. But I can pull one of these out over here. Oh, oh, my knees. I'll pull this one out. It's really fucked up because I have no way to keep this shit clean. But this is before art classes. That's before art classes. That's before art classes. There was no model. There's no model. Okay. I put a reflection behind her so I can show that she's a vampire because you see you see kind of like the camera guy sitting back there and all that shit. Like right here. I think I put a camera guy right here, a camera right here. Put a camera right there, I think. Let me look. Yeah, it's kind of like a camera with a flash. Okay. That's before our classes. That's when I went in. I went in like that. Let's show you that one. Let's show you that one. I do a lot of nude work. This is after our classes. I don't know what the fuck is that. This is after our classes. Okay, I can't. I'm blocking myself. This is after our classes. Okay, there's all color pencil too. Yeah, God, I can't. Let me see it over here in the other computer. That's all color pencil too. That's after our classes. Okay? I'm an autodidact. I taught myself how to draw. I taught myself how to paint. I taught myself how to mix colors. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts. It's kind of hard to pee when you got one leg. So I gotta go in there and I gotta pee a certain way. I stand up to pee too. I'm not a, even though I'm missing a leg, I don't sit down because I gotta keep this left leg going. I gotta keep this left leg moving. But anyway, I'm an autodidact, man. That's what your generation's lost, man. Gen Z, you're lost. The majority of you don't even know whether it's shit or go blind. You believe in everything someone's telling you without even doing an ounce of research. And now the research is coming out, and the shit you believe in is turning out to be fucking false. And there's gonna be cognitive dissonance throughout the world with your generation, man. It's gonna be like those screaming in the streets type deals. This is but it's not true. But it is true for me. Well, it's true for you, but it ain't true for fucking like 99% of us. So who's the crazy one, us or you? Well, you're crazy. No, you're crazy. See, you project it on us. You project your own insanity on the world at large because you don't know how to handle the insanity. You don't know how to handle what the fuck you got going on up here. You don't. You don't know how to handle it. You haven't been taught. You didn't grow up. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me, sticks on you. That's right, man. You can call me any name in a fucking book. I'll probably laugh at you. Some of them might be true and say, yeah, you're right. I am like that. I do that to my roommate all the time. We get into an argument. I point out his bad points. Well, you did this. I go, I know. But you don't see me project. You don't see me doing that on a daily basis. I got a handle on it, man. Some of my bad habits slip out. They do. I don't give a shit. 90% of the time, I got a handle on them, man. 90% of the time, man. And the other 10% is when I need God. Okay? Now, God handles everything in my life, but what I'm saying is that you have to be somewhat self proficient, man. God's a fair daddy, man. He gives you all the free will you want, man. Go out and do what you want, son. So my dad told me, experience life, dude. I taught you everything I could teach you, man. At 19 years old, he gave me a choice: college, military, or homelessness. Man, I didn't have a choice to stay there, man. I was either going to college, I was going to be homeless, or I went to the military. So I joined the Marines. Joined the hardest fucking branch in the military to get through at the time, man. The hardest branch, man. You want to know how I know it's the hardest branch? Because if you come from another branch, if I go to another branch in the military, I don't have to go through that boot camp. But every single branch in the military has to go through Marine Corps boot camp. I don't care what branch you were in, I don't care what rank you were, you have to go to Marine Corps boot camp. It's the hardest branch in the military. It's the most disciplined branch in the military. Watch the Army and the Marines march, man. Watch them march. Put a side by side video of the Army and the Marines marching. I'm not talking about the drill teams. Go to the boot camp. The Army and the Marines marching. These guys look like the Marines are like one big boom, 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 boom. Nobody's bouncing. Everybody's in step. Everybody moves at the same time. Your turns are squared off, unless you're told to an oblique. which is a 45 degree. Damn, the Army, you have right turn. Half the people ain't even in the step. You know, that discipline is there for a reason because it disciplines your mind. It puts order in here. Gen Z doesn't have no order to their thinking, none at all. What they do have, they pick up here and there. But if you're so easily led, if you're so easily offended, there's something wrong with you, man. There is. Okay? There is. If you don't believe in the spirit realm, you be an atheist. I see. I know a lot of atheists, man. They don't have a hard time. They don't have an easy time in life, man. They don't. Most of the time, they're mad or sad or angry or disgusted or whatever. Mostly angry and sad, man. Depressed. I have bouts of depression, but hey, I got a counselor all the time, man. I always talk to God, and I do get answers. I do get answers. They ain't speaking in my head. Ain't no voices going on in here. Sometimes something will happen that I just talked about happening. They ask for, or some kind of something comes through that I've been praying about. Like my cat. That cat is a gift from Daddy, man. God gave me that cat. He gave me that cat. Straight up. But it was well, God influenced them to do it. I mean, I love it. You have no concept of what it means to be a Christian, and yet you're trying to criticize a Christian when you have no concept of Christianity. You just go by what you hear. You go by what you hear, man. And I'm telling you, even on a thing, demons are real, man. Angels are real. God is real. Jesus is real. You know, boy, there's no proof. There's a lot of proof out there, man. They just trying to keep it buried because they don't. They want this. The establishment wants this whole country to be atheist. It's easier to control an atheist than it is to control a spiritual person. Okay, take my word for it. It's easier to control an atheist than it is to control a spiritual person. Well, what about cults? Well, most of the cults, a lot of those cults are people that are lost, looking for something, some help. They're usually atheists or agnostics. Look up the fact. Look up the statistics on that shit. Am I saying Christians don't have problems? No, we got a lot of problems within our faith, man. There's a lot of pretenders there that want to fucking want, they don't like kids, man. They don't like kids. You know, when you start going after fucking children, you're evil. You are demonically possessed. And what video I'm talking about, where I'm going head to head with these guys, is talking about a man wanting to have a uterus implanted so he can have a fucking abortion. That is a fucking demon, man. The man is demon possessed, demon obsessed. There ain't no other explanation. He's mentally ill. Dude, before they talked about mental illness, they were talking about God and the devil, man. All this shit, mental health, that shit started in the late 1800s to the 1900s, man. They had counselors, they had people you could talk to. Usually it was a pastor, your mom, your parents. Families were like this back before psychology and shit came up, before the 1900s. You have families that were like this. 1900s, they started doing this. Just a little bit. 40s, they started doing a little bit more. Rosie the Riveter. 50s. Started doing a little bit more. The beatniks and all that crap. The 60s, boom, they blew the family apart. They blew communities apart. We didn't need psychiatrists back in the day because you had communities, you had family, you had churches. Yeah, churches, community. That was a big part of life back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, going back into the last century, the century before that, the 1800s. You had family, community, and churches. And then you had law enforcement. You had the sheriff. I don't think the first police department started until like 1880 something. What is it, 18? New York had the first police department. Mostly it was just a sheriff. I mean, everybody can go back through history and find exceptions to the rule, but that's why they're called exceptions to the rule. They're exceptions to the rule that's around. And those exceptions are very few and far in between, man. The man in that video that wants to implant a uterus and have an abortion is a sick puppy. Number one. Number two, in my faith, the man's fucking possessed, dude. He's possessed. You know what would happen to him in the 1800s? They'd have shot his ass. Literally. They would have shot him. He would have wound up in an alley dead. Seriously. Yeah, that's before the 1900s, okay? Let's go back to the 1800s. You didn't have that shit in the 1800s. Yeah, there ain't no men in the 1800s are dressing up like fucking women and fucking run around claiming to be a woman because they got their ass whooped by other men who didn't want around their kids and their families. Happy Gen Zers don't even have a father in the fucking house. It's a wonder why you have no discipline, man. My dad saw me acting out like that even at 30 and 40 before he passed away. If I was in my 20s or 30s and I was acting out like that, my dad would have whooped my fucking ass, man. He took me out back there, put the gloves on, and said, "Let's go, buddy. You think you're a badass? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, put the gloves on. Yeah, put the boxing gloves on, 18-ounce gloves." But no, my dad taught me a lesson a lot of times like that. Me and my brother would take the gloves and go at it with each other. Number one, you learn to fight. Number two, you learn how to defend yourself. Number three, you work off the steam and you're best friends afterwards. It wasn't none of this kicking them when they're down. You know, get knocked down, I'd be like, come on, get back up. I've done it many times in a fight. Knock the fuck out of someone, they like, come on, back off. Come on, let's go. You know, no, come on, let's go, man. Boom, boom, knock them down again, back up. Come on, let's go. But about the third or fourth time, the guy doesn't get up again and say, oh man, I had enough. And I've had it happen to me too. I've been knocked the fuck out of many times in a fight. I still get back the fuck up. And every time I got back the fuck up, the guy would back up because I'd come at him. Most of the time when I knock someone the fuck out or knock someone down real hard, I just back up and I have to egg them on. Come on, motherfucker, you pussy. And I use the anger. Boom, 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 use the anger and just beat the shit out of them, man. Why do you think I got fucking knuckles that look like that, dude? Ain't as big as some of the guys I've seen, but look at them motherfuckers, man. I'll break your fucking face with them things, man. I'm not promoting violence. I'm promoting maybe some physical activity, maybe some sparring, good natured sparring, where you put the gloves on and you spar with each other. Good natured stuff, man. Gets aggression out. You know, you're not out to hurt each other. You're just out to make a point or just see who's tougher. It's called competition. Gen Z don't even know what the fuck that word means. They face competition. They have a meltdown. And implement DEI. They want your asses weak. They're making you weak. And you're allowing them to make you weak. That's the kicker for me. Because I know so many people know that you're not right. But we're changing. No, you ain't changing shit but diapers, man. Because the other generation will wind up changing your fucking diapers, man. That's what we're doing. We're changing your diapers. You're out there complaining about shit that don't even matter, but the shit that does matter you don't want to do. But that, yeah. I'm even hearing there's a trend going on where you take your mommy and daddy to a fucking job interview. What the fuck is mommy and daddy gonna do at a job interview? They're letting fucking kids take comfort animals in the fucking classroom because they get offended when someone uses the N word or some. If someone called me a cracker or called me a dirty white boy or trailer trash, I'm gonna laugh at them and say, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm a cracker, I'm a dirty white boy and trailer trash. Okay, you win, I lose. You win. You know how foolish that makes you look when I agree with you and say you win. Because I guarantee you, after I say you win, you say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." Well, you win, dude. Why are you still complaining? You win. Why are you still complaining? Like I said, these insults slide off me like water's off a duck's back, man. I've been called worse by better people. Anyway, whether I don't believe in demons, boy, the barista wannabe sees this video or not, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't. I don't. I'm just putting my comments out there. I'm just clearing my brain and exhaling on just to do it. It's called a video blog. It's called a video journal. I'm journaling right now. Anyway, peace out. Semper Fi. Love you guys. End stream. End